Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. How are you doing? I hope you're all well. Today's video, I have something very special to announce. It is 200 days until Lee and I will be in Disneyland, California. Yay! Yeah, Lee and I have booked a trip to Disneyland, California, but we actually have got a bigger sort of trip as well as the Disneyland, go to Disneyland bits. So I thought I'd give you a little rundown, a little itinerary of what we're doing and how it's going down. I'll try and put some prices in for things as well, so if you're interested, keep watching. If not, bye for now. Now, I love booking and planning trips, like really. Lee has not had a lot to do with the planning of this trip. He's just been sort of like, yeah, you just book the stuff and I'll pay for my half of the stuff, which has been great for me because I've literally gone mental with this trip, and I've been able to put everything into a little folder, like emails and so forth and confirmations. So this is what's happening. One day Lee and I are going to be flying from Newcastle to Dublin, and we're flying with Ryanair, and I think it cost us about £52 each, and that was me having to pay a little bit extra as well for a checked-in bag each, because we can't go all the way to California and not take a checked-in bag. And the reason we have decided to go to Dublin and go from Dublin is because when you want to go visit America, and if you go via Dublin, you can do your US security checks in Dublin Airport, which I hope is going to save a heck of a lot of time when we actually get to land on US soil, because then we can just go straight through and crack on with the rest of the trip. So yeah, we're flying with Ryanair, and then we're staying overnight on site at the airport-ish. It's the Maldron Hotel. We're staying there for a night. We've got breakfast included, and the room costs €144, so not bad between the two of us. It's like €70 each or so. So yeah, I don't know what that is in pounds. But yeah, it's a nice little hotel. You can get a shuttle bus from the hotel to the airport. You can even walk it. I think it's literally not far from the terminal we need to be at in Dublin, which I believe is Terminal 2. And then the next day we are flying with Aer Lingus, and we're flying about 12:30 in the daytime, and we arrive into San Francisco Airport at about 3:30 in the afternoon, which I'm so excited about. Like, I've always wanted to go to San Francisco. I'll get to see the Golden Gate Bridge. Because what I've done is I've also booked attraction tickets, kind of like pass for San Francisco. So we get all these different attractions included, which includes like a bicycle trip along the Golden Gate Bridge, entry to the Walt Disney Family Museum, which I'm really excited about doing, because anything Disney, let's face it, I've got the ears on. It'll be good. There's an aquarium, Pier 39, Alcatraz. That is something I haven't booked yet, because we have to book that separately. It's not part of the attraction passes, although there is a boat that goes around the island, which you can do, but to actually go on it is you have to pay extra for that. So we're doing that, and we check into our hotel called the Cow Hollow Inn and Suites San Francisco, and we're staying there for 4 nights. So we get 5 days there-ish. And I bought a 3-day pass because I thought the day we get there it's quite late, and the day we're leaving quite early in the morning, so there's really not a lot of point buying a 5-day pass. I'll just buy the 3-day and start it like our first full day in San Francisco. And the Cow Hollow Inn, it's costing us £428 for the 4 nights, so not bad. It's not the most fancy, luxurious of places we'll be staying, but I did look around and look for the nicer area of San Francisco that was relatively in our budget. And yeah, I just thought it's a bed to sleep in. We're not going to be spending a lot of time in the motel room, and yeah, so that's that. The attraction pass, we got, like I said, the 3-day all-inclusive pass. I can't remember how much this was now. Ooh, I might have to look into that and put it somewhere down here. But like I say, we get to do loads. I just have to literally show this pass at each of the attractions. There's not a lot of opportunity to pre-book them, which for me being a planner is like, I want to book the things, I want to make sure we can get into the things, but a lot of them it's like turn up on the day and they'll find you a slot, so we'll see how we go with that. And then on our 5th day in San Francisco, which is our last day in San Francisco, we're then flying with United at about 9:30 in the morning, and we get into LAX at about 11:15. This flight cost me and Lee, I think it was like £50 each or something. It wasn't a lot, definitely not a lot, so really happy with that. And then comes the most expensive part of the trip, because when we land at LAX, we are being met by a tour guide from a company called Adventures by Disney. They are an American tourism company, primarily obviously used by the Americans, and they do trips all over the world. But one thing that attracted me to them was they have this 6-day Hollywood and Disneyland package. So with them you get to have 6 days that includes 11 meals, and there's like a full itinerary planned. They meet you at the airport, they take you to the Lowe's Hotel in Hollywood where we stay for 2 nights. You get to do a tour of Hollywood. You get to go to Tam O'Shanter's, which is apparently somewhere where Walt and the animators used to go and have food after their long day at work, and how they talk about things. You get to go to the Jim Henson Museum, which is really cool. And then after your 2 nights at the Lowe's, you get transferred to the Grand California Hotel in Disneyland. Like, what? I'm just so excited to be doing that. Like, yeah, so we get 4 nights in the Grand California Hotel, and with that we get like a 4 or 5 day pass into Disneyland itself and like the 2 parks. And again, as part of the tour, we get to do things like go on backstage tours of the Walt Disney Animation Studios. We get taken on really early morning tours of Disneyland Park one day, Disneyland California Adventure. We get to go behind the scenes on a ride from each of those parks. You get given like a special pin badge to commemorate your different days on the trip. And all these different places you get to eat at. You get VIP viewing areas for Fantasmic, the fireworks and the parades. Just, yeah, it's gonna be pretty epic. And naturally, being Adventures by Disney, it's not a cheap part of the holiday. In fact, I would say it's the most expensive part of the holiday for us. It's costing me and Lee £2,100 each, which I wouldn't normally pay, and normally I'd be like, hell nah, I can do without the backstage stuff. But because of the pandemic and me getting a full-time job again after qualifying as a nurse, I've been saving like crazy, and this is literally going to be the trip. It's the trip I started planning at the end of my 2nd year of nursing studies, thinking when I graduate this is the trip I'm going to do. And I don't mind spending that amount of money because, like I said, I get to go backstage, I get to go in Walt's apartment on Main Street. So many perks to this booking with this company, and I think there's going to be some memories made that I'm going to treasure for life. So yeah, very expensive, but going to be so very worth it. Now on the 6th day with Adventures by Disney, we do have to check out the Grand California Hotel, which makes me sad because it would have been nice to have stayed an extra night there. But we do get to use our park pass that day because I think everyone else will be going home, but because we don't want to go home on that day, we were like, well, we could still have a full day that's not scheduled by the Adventures by Disney company, so it would give us time to catch up on character meets or rides and foods we want to try and do in our own pace. So when we check out of the Grand California Hotel, we're moving across the road to the Anaheim Camelot Inn and Suites, which looks really, really nice. We're literally staying there for one night, and it's cost us £235.52 for the night, which again pricey, but it's going to be a nice little room. Again, it's just for the night. We just wanted to be close to the parks as well, obviously, and yeah, that'll be that. So then that's the Disneyland portion of the trip. Now the next part, because again we're not going home straight away the next day, we're going to stay an extra couple of days, and I have booked us into the Hilton Los Angeles Universal City Hotel right across from Universal Studios. So yeah, we are doing 29, 30, 31. We're doing 3 nights there, and basically that has cost us again quite a bit of money. It's cost $853.83. I'll put the English translation thing down here somewhere. And yeah, we have booked again like through Viator attraction tickets, like a pass for seeing all the sights of LA included, and because we booked a 5-day pass, was it a 3-day or a 5-day, you got a day included at Universal Studios. So what I've understood is that Universal Studios in Hollywood is pretty much a 1-day park, so I'm hoping with the 1 day we can get it done, but if needs be I would book another ticket for another day, for like the next day. We are going to be there over Halloween, so again, between Universal and Disney, like, I'm so excited to see Halloween season in the American parks. I've never done a Halloween season in any of the Disney parks I've been to, so this will be good. I'm also hoping to try and book tickets to a Disney Halloween party while we're there. They're not on sale just yet, but they soon will be, and I will be straight on there to book my tickets. Lee quite fancies doing the Universal Halloween Horror Nights, so we'll see on that one. I might need a bit of convincing. So yeah, again, we're just going to take our passes. Again, we can't really pre-book a lot. It's like show up on the day. We're hoping to do the Warner Brothers studio tour, because we've heard that's really, really interesting and really good. And just whatever else we can do to cram as much as we can into those last few days in LA. One thing that's not included in the Viator attraction pass we've bought is something else I've booked, which is called the LA Hood Life Tour. As you can probably tell from the look on my face, not my first choice of a tour. Like, personally, I'd rather go and see the celebrity mansions and where all the celebrities live in Beverly Hills. But no, this was one thing that Lee asked to do, actually. I say he left all the planning to me, but he looked this up, and this was one thing he asked if we could do, and I kind of felt obliged to say yes because it's his holiday as well. We get a tour of Compton, a 3 to 4 hour tour of Compton, going through LA's roughest parts, again where they filmed some gangster LA films and generally where actual real life gangs circulate. I may not come back from this trip alive. I have warned Lee that if I get shot by a gangster while we're over there, I'm going to kill him. So we'll see how that goes. I've chosen an early morning slot. I think it was 9 AM. My reasoning being that all the gangsters will be asleep because they'll be drunk or high or whatever at that time of the morning. I was not going for the 2:30 in the afternoon tour. So that's the one we booked. And this cost for the both of us together $183.60. Again, British price here. And then on our final day, which will be the 1st of November, we fly home, and we've booked BA from LAX to London and then London to Newcastle. So there's a bit of a layover there in London to Newcastle. I can't remember how much those tickets cost. It was pretty reasonable. I'll put the price somewhere here for you to see how much it was. And yeah, that's pretty much the trip. I have booked my Esther and got a print out of that. Literally, I've printed off everything as a sign of confirmation, just so that if anyone argues with me that I haven't booked something and go, well, here's the proof. Because on my last trip to LA that I did back in 2014, I got to my B&B motel and the owner of the hotel completely denied that I had a booking through Expedia with them. And it wasn't until he spoke to the woman on Expedia on the phone and me again that like he accepted I had a reservation. So I'm not having that this time, absolutely not. I am starting to read negative things about lastminute.com. I have obviously booked the flight from Dublin to San Francisco with them, and the booking reference number for Aer Lingus, which should work on the Aer Lingus app, doesn't work, so I'm trying to chase that down at the moment and see why that's not working, because control freak, I like to know everything. But yeah, I'm so excited for this trip. Going to be my first Disney park since the lockdowns and things finished and coronavirus. I literally can't wait, guys. It's going to be epic. There's going to be like hotel room tours. There's going to be obviously vlogs of, you know, San Francisco and Disney. And I'm going to try and capture as much of the magic as I can whilst also living in the moment. Lee's very excited. He's never been to Disneyland California before. So that's going to be exciting, showing him some of my previous favourite things from last time I went, but also re-exploring, because hello, Avengers Campus, like that's a thing now. Cannot wait to do Avengers Campus, and I just can't wait. It's going to be awesome. So really hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, give me a thumbs up, tinkle the bell, because you know the future content is coming, guys, and I will see you really soon. Bye for now.